first down. Tannehill. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10. At the 11-yard line. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run it here with Bowden. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Bowden. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lynn Bowden, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
The score, Cardinals 7, Titans nothing. Brett Maher.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
His pass complete to Raheem Mostert.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And down he goes. They sag him back right around the 41-yard line. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A 58-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real. What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
No, not today. Fumble on the play.
Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. These two teams all tied after 1.
7. Brett Kern in punt formation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the place and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run with Bowden. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 30-yard line.
Eluding the punt, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking. But
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And he's able to put it through.
Ranks the score, Titans 17. Cardinals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
they had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. Going deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Lynn Bowden, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Ross on the return. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Returning it, John Ross. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 27, Tannehill. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases. Whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Marr able to put this one through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Raheem Mostert, 29 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one to the post.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to the running game with Mostert.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Evans.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the ground, it's Bowden.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try it again with Bowden.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw here. And this one caught by Max Williams.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackle,